Hi, my name is Ingram Jones, founder of Bayloric Worldwide, and a lot of you would know me through boxing and doing Bayloric Worldwide TV or Bayloric TV Boxing because of the various interviews I've done and the various live shows that we do and all the rest of the stuff that I randomly do. But it's been interesting. There are so many channels now on YouTube of people doing boxing, involved in boxing, and so many people with different opinions, and so many Twitter handles and Facebook pages, so many people passionate about the sport of boxing. So I decided, as the innovator that I am, I've done it before. I've done crossover shows. So I've done crossover shows where I've done on the ropes boxing and spoke to Jay. I've done Leave It in the Ring with Dave DeWinnis. I've done ATG boxing, or ATG radio, in fact, when they were, in at their peak of their time, and it was a great radio station with Frank Stay. Who else we did crossover with? So those are a few that I've done crossover shows with, and now I'm going to go and do the Bayloric TV boxing tour. I want to tour across social media. I want to know if you've got a boxing channel, if you're involved in boxing, if you're active in boxing. Not so much fighters I'm looking at. I'm looking at people who do the reporting, the people who do the boxing shows, to find out a bit more about you. It's all well and good listening to your opinion, but some of us don't know what you actually do. And I'm not one of these people to hate down myself, like limited to he just does boxing and that's it. People have a life outside of boxing. So this is a great opportunity for me to find out, and the viewers to find out what you really do in boxing, and why you do in boxing, and what your passion is behind boxing. Because there's a lot of people in boxing. Let's get it straight and let's not get it twisted here. There are a lot of people in boxing that do it because for views. They do it because of some sort of fame or glory. I'm not one of those people. I don't need to. But it'd be nice to talk to some people. There's some people I definitely would love to connect with. There's a lot of people like on Twitter that I see automatically would love to speak with. I mean, look, let me give you an example of what I see on Twitter. Let me see the sort of people I see on Twitter, and I'll give you an example of what I mean by people on social media. Okay, here's just, this is just like notifications. This is people who've actually spoken to me on Twitter today. Okay, you've got here Big Cat Boxing, Chris Golding, Empowerment Boxing, you've now got out the fantasy throwdown fan fantasy boxing. You've got Gary Logan from Box Nation. Okay, let me go through my followers. It'd be better for me to do it this way, and then you'll get a kind of flavor of what I'm talking about, and you see what it's not my problem, it's just my interest. I interview so many damn people, but yourself, you know what? Why about interviewing the people who are involved in boxing? So okay, here's one that does a lot for me, does a lot of reposting for me. Empress Keisha, shout out to Keisha. There's Diamond Boxing, okay. Fight Fans UK, Throwdown Fantasy, I just mentioned them earlier on. There's loads of them. VBTV, what's that? I don't know, but it's boxing, you know. And then you got Fighters FR for Fighters Rated, and Fight Bars, Fight Insight, Ring News 24. There's a list already there. Boxing, Knockout Boxing UK, British boxers. Yeah, that's just a few people that I could talk about off the top of my head already that we see or are posting. And of course, you've got the ones like the Boxing Boys, Hatman, Winging Boxing, um 78 TV Sports. Um Man, there are loads of them. Blood Boxing, Thunderdome Boxing, AJ Boxing, AJ Knows Boxing. Um Man, there's loads. Boxing Wave. God, there's just so many people involved in the sport of boxing. Some favourites of my own, to be honest with you. I had some real favourites. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like those guys. Those guys are great, doing a great job. But I got favourites like one of the sport, the one that I used to like, which is 97 Rough, which is now Leave It in the Ring. But there's also Big Ragu and four guys who I thought were absolutely amazing, really got me captured in boxing was Garji Grill Boxing. Those four guys were hilarious. They were hilarious, but they really talked boxing, and you had different points of view of boxing. So yeah, I'm really interested in that. So I'm gonna go and try and do a boxing tour. So if you're involved in boxing and you have an outlet, V2 boxing, Vanel boxing, there's more coming to my head now. If you're involved in boxing and if you're maybe you're a fan or maybe you're actually involved in the sport itself, I really want to talk to people who are actually involved in boxing, do and doing publicizing that stuff. I really want to talk to you. I want to know where you come from, what you're at, what your rank is, who your favorite fighters are, who you don't like, where you see the sport going, refereeing, judges, catch weight. Love to have the debate with you. It doesn't have to be long, it can be 15, 20 minutes. But at least people get to know a little bit more about you and you're a bit, and people get to understand what you're about because there's so many people out there. So you can understand my frustration. Who should you trust to listen to, who not listen to? But even the pundits get it wrong, so who knows? But anyway, that's my thoughts. Love to hear from you. Just reply down at the bottom in the description box if you would like to, if you'd like me, like Baylor TV to visit um your immediate outlet. The interviews will be done via Skype because man, I can't be forwarding to calling everybody on the telephone. But yeah, if I can get you via Skype, then we can do a Skype interview. It'd be fantastic, or we can talk. And we can talk about how you got into boxing, why you follow the sport, who your favorite fighters are, blah, 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 blah. All right, that's it. That's just a short announcement I want to put out there. You know enough about me, so it's time that the boxing world got to know a little bit more about you. You see, I've done interviews with fighters. You've seen I've done interviews with promoters and managers, giving you news. But now it's to find out more about the behind the scenes, the people who put the message and get the information out there. There are lots of other people out there that do work that don't get credited or recognized. I know what it feels like. Take care. Have a great time. See you soon.